Didn't go live yesterday because I was leaving Hong Kong. Yes, girl, I left Hong Kong. I only stayed like what, 5 days, if even 5 days in Hong Kong. Let me know if you guys can even hear me. I don't feel like screaming right now. There are people behind me enjoying the evening, so I don't feel like screaming right now. But yeah, I left Hong Kong. It was not the best time this time because it was raining. Hey, Michael friend. Hey. Yeah, so I left Hong Kong. It was not the best trip this time to Hong Kong because it was the start of a typhoon and then the aftermath of a typhoon. So it was very wet. I don't like the wet. I couldn't do what I wanted to do. I just felt like not going outside because my hair was such a frizz. Do you guys see that my hair is not as frizzy now that I'm not in the rain? Yeah, so it has to do a lot with the humidity. That's what it is. Yeah, so I'm loving it here. I didn't say what city I'm in now. Guys, guess what city I'm in or what country I'm in. And looking like San Francisco. It's looking like San Francisco, but it's not because of the people. Well, it could be San Francisco. It might be lots of Asians, I think. But typhoon in the Philippines now too, for real? Yeah, that's the thing. So I chose this city because I looked on the map, but I looked on the weather thing, and this one, there's no typhoon. So that's a hint for you guys. Yeah, it's a big country. Some parts are having some typhoon weather stuff right now. Anyways, for you guys who are going through the typhoon and stuff like that, or some weather mishaps, please stay safe. Safety is number one. And that was one of the things too, like riding uphill and then downhill, because Hong Kong is like so many hills, right? It's basically a huge hill with loads of hills. Going down, I don't feel real safe. I don't really like going down in the wet. So that kind of makes me not want to go out as much. And then even in the walk, like, it's all right. I didn't do most of the things I wanted to do. I wish I went shopping more. The hawker stall kind of. Edwin says, hi Michelle, I am India. Are you in India or are you Indian? Or are you the whole of India? Okay guys, give this video a like if you want to hear my Indian accent. I've been practicing. Ji Jen Hu says, I am from China. For real? Okay. Which part of China? Wizard says, I'm from Antarctica. Does anyone even live in Antarctica? I don't know. I feel like that was a lie. Can you please listen to my comments? Yes. Okay, what are you saying? Type it in again. You said, I'm from China, KED. I don't know what KED is. Love the outfit, thank you. It's a cycling outfit. This is from Psychology Gear, if you're wondering. If you're cycling, wear some color. It's so people can see you, and so they don't have an excuse to say, oops, I bumped into you. Okay, so wear some color. This is one of the favorite ones that I got from Psychology Gear because of the color. I love purple and I love the red. Actually matches with my Team China stuff. So, you know, I'm also backpacking, so I don't have much space. So obviously I just brought the one set. I'm from Portugal, Lindomar. Hi, Portugal. You know what? I've recently had a new fascination with learning about Vietnam. I think that's so interesting. It's really interesting because they actually speak Cantonese there, like some Vietnamese. Okay, so here's the thing, guys. The person that just came here put the cigarette butt here, and they didn't put it out, so the smoke is just emitting. I don't know what to do. I feel like I want to smash it. You know, I'm gonna get a piece of rosemary, because this is actually a rosemary bush, guys. That's another hint. Rosemary grows here. A lot of plants grow here. When I got down from the airport, there was a restaurant and they were like making a romantic thing section, and they were doing lots of like plants. Okay, I'm using the rosemary to try to cut it out. So guys, instead of smoking, okay, because of the flavor maybe, get some rosemary and sniff that, okay? Did you know that sniffing rosemary actually makes you smarter? For those of you studying, get some rosemary next to you as you're studying, and that will help you retain information much faster, because it opens up some like neurons in your brain. Search it up. Rosemary is actually so effective. And instead of smoking weed, just sniff some rosemary, rosemary. It doesn't have that bad high effect as weed does, as marijuana. Okay, I put it out. And then I'm gonna just put it back into the nature. So yeah. Okay. Give this video a like if you want me to do an Indian accent. Let's get this video to 50 likes for an Indian accent. Okay. So yeah, it's a bit blurry because it's dark now. Guys, you still haven't guessed what city I'm in now. Oh my gosh, the lights are turning on. To love and then leave them and disappear right after the song. That might be a sign. You seem like the type to love and then leave them and disappear right after the song. Okay, how are we supposed to just guess randomly, bro? Well, someone can geocache it, okay? Some people can just look at a place and guess, okay? And maybe you're from this place, so you're able. Kuala Lumpur, no. No. Okay. Only a pig says, hi, can you please give me advice to ask for a boy's number? Maybe just go up to them and ask them, hey, can I have your number? The worst they can say is no, right? Yeah, maybe just ask. And that's the thing, like usually I would say, if you're trying to pursue a guy, I would say, why are you trying to pursue a guy? But you know, not recently, but if you want to like get better at life, maybe just get rejected. Getting rejected is a great tip. Do things that, like, you know, rejection therapy. There's something called rejection therapy, where you do things but like you don't really want it, but it's just for to get a no so that you feel more confident. Like for example, can I ride your bike? Okay, you ask someone, can I ride your bike? You don't really want to ride it, but maybe you do want to ride it, but you just ask them, and if they say no, you're like, okay, cool, I got my rejection. And then if they say yeah, and then you hop on the bike, like that's pretty cool too. So that's a rejection therapy thing. I'd say get it, do it. Nez says, I'm HKer, Hong Konger, really want to pick up accent like yours. I don't think I got it from being in Hong Kong. Okay, Gobadon says, rejection makes me use drugs and alcohol. See, that's where you go wrong. Okay, wait. Stop the chat, because we got a super chat. Thanks to Callie, gave me a super chat. Thank you so much. Callie says, love the background, Michelle. Blue skies, great person, full of love for everyone. Your life advice is always useful. Thank you, Callie. Oh, that's so cute. Thank you so much for the super chat and for spreading the positivity on my live. Thank you so much. Okay, back to Gobadon. Now this is gonna be, I might be mean, okay? Because when I give advice, when I talk, I'm mean because this is how I would speak to myself, how I wish I had an older person to guide me, okay? And I want them to be real with me. I don't want them to, not sugarcoat, because sugar is good, right? I wish they didn't beat around the bush, okay? Just pick the fruit, okay? Don't beat around the bush. So I would say rejection makes me use drugs and alcohol. Drugs and alcohol is for weak people. That's why you need to get rejected, okay? It's okay to get rejected. Life is about getting freaking rejected, because when one door is closed, another door is open, okay? Rejection is redirection. Say that again. rejection is redirection. If someone says no, you say thank you. Okay, if I told you, if you were 100 no's away from getting what you want, how fast do you want to get no's? How fast do you want to hear no's? Okay, you'll be like asking more. Because the more no's, I'm reaching my 100, boom, I'm getting that yes, okay? So that's how you have to think of it. More rejection, even better, okay? It makes you toughen up, okay? So don't go to the drugs and alcohol. They never solve anything. I mean, honestly, if you do drugs and alcohol, that makes you get rejected even more, because what do people on drugs and alcohol, they're just a lower quality of life, okay? And lower vibration, okay? So yes, and people who say yes to people who are doing drugs and alcohol, they're not anything substantial. Do you know what I mean? Like, you might be at a club and you guys are doing the same thing. It's not the vibe that you want, okay? So rejection is okay. Okay, if you get rejected from your school, your top choice of thing, if you get rejected from joining the volleyball team, okay, that's okay. Try a different sport. Okay, rejection can make you go home and try harder. You come back even stronger. Okay, so rejection is actually good for you. Stop the chat. Whoa, because we got a super chat. Thank you so much to Terry Prince. Rejection is a new projection to gaining succession in life. Ooh, that's a new one. Rejection is a new projection to gaining succession in life. That's deep, Terry. That's good. So yeah, the faster you get rejected, you're like, say thank you for rejecting me. And here's the thing, don't take rejection personally. You're taking rejection too fucking personal, okay? Don't. So many people, we're living our own lives. If someone says no, you can't ride my bike, don't take it personally. It's not you. They don't think, oh, they might not think you're gonna break my bike or something. Their bike might already been broken, and that's why they don't want you to ride it, okay? Maybe they're having, it's not their bike or something like that, okay? Don't take it personally. Don't take it personally. Don't ever take anything personally. Okay? Okay. Ed Wedgie says, I was an addict for years and nobody realized it, but I also ended up completely alone at the end of the day until I stopped those habits. I was an addict for years and nobody realized it. Okay, let me go this way because I think the lighting is better this way, because it is getting blurry. You seem like the type. I was an addict for years and nobody realized it. But I also ended up completely alone at the end. Well, at the end of the day, see? At the end of the day, all you got is yourself. Yeah. And whether you stop those habits or not, at the end of the day, you do have yourself. So you need to hold yourself accountable and you need to treat yourself right. Because, you could surround yourself with people who also do drugs and alcohol, things like that. At the end of the night, you're sleeping next to them, or, you have a huge bunch of friends. I'm sober, okay? I've never done drugs, whatever, things like that. Ew. But I have less friends than people I know who do drugs and alcohol. Friends. Okay? They have more people around them. That doesn't mean anything. Just because you have people around you. Okay. Are you Korea? No, not Korea. Okay. There is Rosemary, like I said. Look at these tall buildings. I told my grandpa, there's so many tall buildings here. And he's like, yeah, there's everywhere tall buildings. Which he's not wrong about it. But here, the architecture is crazy. Like, people come here for the crazy architecture. Infrastructure, let me say. Michelle, first time I've heard you cursing. Oh, I curse a lot. I don't see cursing as a bad thing. I see cursing as like an adjective. So instead of saying like, I'm really hot, like as in I'm really warm, I might say I'm fucking hot, because I use fucking as an adjective, I don't see it as something bad sometimes. Maybe mean words, yes, but that's how I see it. Okay, Ji-Chan says, I am from China in Guangdong. Okay, Guangdong. That sounds like Guangdong. Maybe in the end of the year, can I meet you, please? You sound like you're from Vietnam, Guangdong. I don't know where that is. I've never heard of that. But yeah, it's only July 20 something. I think today or last night was a full moon. July full moon. So yeah, we still have time. So that's got to be Guangzhou. No, it's not Guangzhou. Oh, your girl ain't back in Guangzhou. It's not Guangzhou. It is a city, but it's not Guangzhou. I can't be that boring, guys. I want to show you around the world, you know? No, it ain't Guangzhou. It's not even close, okay? It's not close. It's not close. Because Guangzhou right now is like rainy, wet. I don't want to go there. Singapore, no. Maybe. Her channel is called Michelle from China. Yes, Holly Berry. Yes, you're right. Dirt Bike Fool says, I live in Hong Kong. This is so weird because now that I've been to Hong Kong, now so many people are saying, oh, I live in Hong Kong. Oh, I saw you in Hong Kong. But then, okay, I haven't stopped in Hong Kong, but now everyone's saying, oh, I'm in Hong Kong, Hong Kong, Hong Kong, Hong Kong. What is the name of the city? Ashik? Okay, it starts with a C. It starts with a C. Guys, guess. The city starts with a C. Is it somewhere in China? Yes, it is. Charlotte, that's right. Somewhere in China. I have lots of Chinese people around me. Okay, and you know what's cute about here? I see a lot of like grandpas and grandmas with like massive fans. You know, like Chinese fans, yes, they're like small size and you know, they just like do that. But here, the fans are massive. They're like huge and they're even like big bamboo ones. Like normal people casually fanning themselves out on the street. It's pretty cool. And yeah, they're having a meetup here. And for those of you wondering, is it weird I'm wearing this? No, it's cool, it's chill. It's China. 2025. Chendon, no. Chengdu, ooh, no. No, not Chengdu. Very close. Shenzhen, no. See. Okay, I see it. Someone says shout out to CH Chongqing. Yes, putting the Qing in Chongqing. That's me. Yes, Chongqing. This is freaking Chongqing. I'm in Chongqing, China. That sounds so funny to say. Chongqing, China. Chongqing. This is Chongqing. It's so cool here. I'm so excited. Like my first impressions of this place, this is my first time here, by the way. I've never been here when I was younger. But my first impressions was, damn, the weather is so nice here. So much better than Guangzhou. Like it doesn't feel as hot or like clammy. The roads are so smooth, like so nice to ride on. It kind of, and they're really quiet. So it's kind of like America, kind of seeming like. The drivers here, I feel like, are more cautious. I see a lot of them with two hands on the steering wheel. You know that I was saying in Guangzhou, like they were driving with one hand, but like when I looked over, I saw two hands. Okay, and another thing I noticed, I feel like the men, like older men, grandpas, are shorter here. That's just what I've noticed. Like the guys. The men I see like working construction on the side of the road, they're like some like dodgy part, they're all really short. That's one thing I noticed, like shorter. Another thing I noticed is that the girls are so pretty here and they like dress really nicely. They look really cute. They wear dresses here. Like I see a lot of girls wearing dresses, so that's a good sign for me because that means I might find some cute dresses in this city. And then another thing is that like the shops here are so cute. Like there's just so many more younger people here. I mean, it is a city as well, and it's a very like touristy city, so that might be the reason why. But like it's so cute for young people. I love it. Okay, look at the lights. The lights are turning on. Do some research in Chongqing because it blows your freaking mind the way it is. And this city is like on a hill, so there's so many steps, and the infrastructure is like built to cater to that. Like I had to walk down with my bike on some like dodgy hill. It was so cool, but like, yeah, I'm like, I can't wait to see more of the city. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm just excited. And here's the thing, when I like came out of the airport, I was just so relieved to be back in China. I don't know what it is with me, Michelle from China, maybe that might be why, but I was just like, oh my god, I can finally breathe because this is China. I feel more at home than in Hong Kong. Even though Hong Kong, you know, some people might say that's China too, or like it's similar because, you know, they're Chinese or whatever. I'm not trying to get there, but like the vibe is just completely different. Here's just like so much more relaxed. In Hong Kong, it's like so uptight, even with the driving, you know? So I was just like, oh, I'm back in China. Like if someone beeps me, it's fine. Someone take it personally. That's another thing. Don't take it personally too. Don't take the beep personally. Like they beep here to let you know, like, oh, be aware, like I'm behind you, like don't do anything, ooh, you know? Just to let you know they're around. So yeah, another thing, something that was really like bad that I saw here so far was, I think they were goose in a like truck, and they were getting killed or something. I don't know. I don't know if it was getting killed, but they were getting sold, and it was freaking horrendous. Okay, like they were tied. There were multiple geese, like bound together by their feet, and they were trying to like get free. Like, and I saw the feathers. I could smell the smells. Like, it was just so horrific on the side of the road. Okay. I was like, oh my gosh, that's another reason to be vegan. Like, that's so unnatural. If you think eating that animal and seeing that is okay, I don't even know, because no one thinks that's okay. I don't know anyone who would think that's okay if they actually saw it. Because most of us, we just go to a restaurant where we go to a supermarket, we just buy the dead animal already, and we don't think that that's an animal that actually wants to live. Okay, you bound them by their feet to each other and they're trying to run away. It's just so crazy, unnatural. Thank you so much. This just fell from the sky. And when people ask me, where do you get your money, or like, how do you support yourself? I just say in this Chinese saying, oh, it fell from the sky, which is I guess true. Fell from the sky. Can you put your hands over your mouth and laugh? Ha ha ha. That's a very Asian thing, like because I don't know why they do that. Breathe in China, tao hei. That's how you say breathe. Tao hei, tao hei, tao hei. But yeah, speaking of Vietnam and China, oh my gosh, I really want to go to Vietnam now. Because here's the thing, I ate at a Vietnamese restaurant the other day, and the waiter, I don't know if she was a waiter, the cashier spoke to me in Vietnamese, and I said, huh? Because I was like, wait, did you speak Chinese to me? Because this was in Hong Kong. Like, that doesn't sound like Cantonese. Can you repeat yourself? She said it again. I was like, oh, that's Vietnamese. That's not like Cantonese. And I was like, oh, I don't understand. Like, I'm not Vietnamese. And she's like, oh, you look Vietnamese. I'm like, that has like stuck with me since. I'm like, wait, do I look Vietnamese? I thought I looked Chinese. But yeah, that was crazy. She told me that they were closing at 9:30 to quickly eat. But yeah, that's crazy. Do you guys think I look Vietnamese? Because I have some people say I look Vietnamese, some people say I look Cambodian, some people say I look Thai, all sorts. Okay, there's so many comments. I'm gonna scroll down now. You look hot. I'm actually not very hot. It's really cool here. Like, there's breeze. You see the breeze in my hair? It's so nice. This weather is so nice. I don't know what temperature it is, but it's so nice here. I thought it was gonna be hotter. Okay, well, next week it's gonna be 40 41 degrees. So I'll come back and tell you if it actually does feel like 41 degrees. But right now I'm like enjoying it. So, like, this is so good. I'm actually so happy right now. Definitely Laos, pal. Yeah, I've heard that too. Some people say I look Filipino too. Laos. But yeah, Laos is on the same, like, what you call it, longitudinal line as where I'm from, Guangzhou. And I think she's a foreigner. In Chongqing. So in Chongqing, lots of foreigners here because it's just such a cool city. Do your research. If you come to China, I think you have to come to Chongqing. Chongqing, another fact is it's the house, not house, it's the creator place of hot pot. Have you guys heard of hot pot? Like, we have a pot of soup, boiling water, and then you put in your spices to make it spicy. It might be like tomato flavor, it might be mushroom flavor, but then you let it boil. So it's just a big pot in the middle of your table, and then you add in your veggies and your noodles and all sorts. Okay, yeah, noodles, that's the one going in for me. And it has a soup from that flavor pot, that cauldron, and then you scoop it out, and then you let the water boil again, and then you put it in. So everything's like cooked in front of you. You do it yourself, and it's like fresh. So you cook as you eat. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, there's actually Guinness World Record for the biggest hot pot restaurant in Chongqing. It seats 5,851 people. It's huge. And I've heard like people say they have to climb the stairs for 15 minutes to get to the top because there's no seats at the bottom or something. Or if you want to get like the top view. Like 15 minutes of steps. That's kind of crazy. Talkpay says you either Malay or Singaporean, bro. That's interesting. Could be. Singaporeans, from my experience, have such a thick accent. Singaporeans, they go la. Please show us more of you. Guess what shoes I'm wearing, guys? If you know me, you know. But guess what shoes I'm wearing? You either Malay, yeah, I see that. Cray says, I know everything, so I'm not surprised. Like the facts about Chongqing here. And it's so good. Like, I'm so excited because I see cycle paths along the river. And look at this. I don't know what that is. That's a river. That's some bridge. And that's something. Like, I don't know what pitch that is. And that's that kid on a scooter. Is he alone? A kid alone on a scooter. Oh no, he's not alone. But yeah, this is so cool. And there's a place that everyone wants to go to where they actually shut down the whole bridge just for pedestrians to walk on to see the lights and stuff. Like, they shut down the whole bridge for pedestrians. I wonder if bikes can go there. Where are you from? What's my name? Okay guys, give this video a like if you want me to stay live for longer. I usually go 60 minutes, but tonight I might go a bit shorter because it's 8:27 and I do want to go for a ride. Like, I'm ready. Just Dance, where's the music? That's the thing. You can't really play music on YouTube Live because you get copyrighted. So there's no music. This is another thing, it's quite quiet here. I'm probably the loudest person in Chongqing right now. I believe so. Loudest person in Chongqing. Akshay Deep says, I left Hong Kong this year. Really? Why did you leave? Akshay. You're the second person I've heard with the name Akshay. Actually, okay, the first person, well, in real life, I've only known one person. But the person I knew called Akshay, he was a manager at the fruit smoothie bar that I worked at. And how I got the job, I thought I was I thought it was gonna be a hassle, okay? I didn't even know if they were hiring. The place is actually called Juice Bar in Dundrum, Ireland, Dublin, Ireland. And so I showed up with my CV, and there were 2 girls. They were Ukrainian, and so their English wasn't the best. But when I approached them, you know, they were kind of like that, like not very welcoming, because their English wasn't the best, right? Not because, you know, they didn't like me or something. It was just because their English wasn't the best, so they were like scared, you know, that thing. So I was like, oh, can I please speak to the manager, like da-da-da-da-da. And he was like, oh, they were like, yeah, he's coming down now or something. And this guy, he's wearing black jeans and some like dress shirt, but it's rolled up, and his hair was like dyed some like brown color. Maybe he bleached it before. That's like the bleached of the brown. And he was like, yeah, follow me. And I was like, oh, like right now? And he's like, yeah. So he brought me to the food court of the shopping mall, sat me down. Wait, did he give me a smoothie before or after? No, I think he gave me a smoothie after. So then we sat down, and he was just asking me like, oh, what's your availability? Like, what experience have you had? Like, no experience. No experience. But I don't know. I guess it's a blender and fruit, and like, I don't know even what I said, because I think that was like one of my first like job interviews ever. Something like that. And for some reason, I got hired. I think they were just so desperate for workers. They were just like, yeah, you're hired. Yeah, you're hired or something. I don't know. Or I guess I look like I just belong in a fruit shop, which is true. I probably did say I was vegan too. I am vegan, and I guess that helped. So yeah, then he brought me back, and he was like, pick a smoothie, obviously. Then I don't know which one I got. I think it had peach in it. But yeah, that job was, it was interesting. I actually did not enjoy it too much. I didn't enjoy it too much because it was just very repetitive. I didn't like the zoom and then having to wash everything and the cross-contamination, because some of the things had peanut butter in it and some of them had Nutella. So they obviously had to like be very cautious with the cross-contamination. So a lot of washing. But the coolest part was going down to the basement of the shopping center. Like, I had to push the trolley through, wearing my apron and my top, through the shopping center, and everyone saw that I was working there, to go to the elevator, which was through a toilet section, and then going down to the basement where they were sorting out the trash of the the shopping center, and going to the freezer and then picking out the stuff and then pushing it all the way back up. That was the coolest part because I had some time alone and I could like take pictures of myself. But yeah, that was an interesting job. I actually didn't get that job because I wanted to get that job. I got that job. I went to the interview to see if I could get the job because I was trying to prove a point to my friend at the time that like it's easy to get a job. I was just kind of prove a point. So I didn't actually want the job. I think I actually had another job at the time. I think I was working at Lidl. But yeah, I was like, you know what, this is cool. It's gonna be good for the plot if I have this. It's just like a weekend thing. But yeah, I didn't enjoy the hours as much. This is Rosemary, guys, if you're new here. It smells so good. I love the smell. And did you know that if you put this in water, it will actually start growing like little roots, and then you can put it in soil and then it'll grow into another big pot. Not pot. Pot of rosemary. So yeah, that job, oh, you know how I quit that job? I quit that job and the sketches thing, like I regret it so bad. I just dipped. I couldn't deal with it anymore. Wait, why couldn't I deal with it? I don't remember exactly why. I think I was just like done with the job. I hated it because it was so repetitive and it was like very busy. This is like the biggest shopping center in Ireland, okay? I was just bored of it. And like the small, medium, large, I was done. I was fed up of pouring into the cup and then having to overflow and then like, oh, you know, I just didn't like it. I much preferred like cashier work and, you know, having proper chats with people. So, okay, so what I told him, guys, don't do this. Don't do this. Learn from me. Do not burn bridges like this, especially like a job setting. Especially if you've worked there for a while and you want them to give you like a reference or something. Don't do what I did. This is what I did. I left on my break, and I texted him, something happened today, I can't come back to work, I feel really uncomfortable. Oh, I remember why I put now. I was like, oh, I feel really comfortable, like a customer or something like has made me feel really comfortable, I can't come back to work, and I didn't show up. And he was like, oh, what happened, like let me sort this out or something. I was like, no, it's okay, like I can't come back to work anymore, I just feel so uncomfortable. Okay, wait, stop the chat because we got another super chat. Thank you to Mateo Orr. He said, hey Michelle, happy to see you live again. Hey Mateo, I think it's you. I gave you your comment in love. I think it's you in my comments, right? Mateo something, Mateo Orr, something like that. I think it's you in my Instagram comments. Let me know if that's you. But yeah, so the reason why I quit the job, I remember now. It was because, like, you know how I said one of the Ukrainian girls, I don't know if it wasn't the Ukrainian girls, it was a different girl, but she was not inviting to me. She was so mean to me, and like, it was just not a vibe there. I felt the vibe, you know, when you're a girl you can feel the vibe. But anyways, yeah, it was that. It was just like, I'm happy with my other job. I don't need to stay in a job where, you know, it's like this all the time. So I just removed myself. No shade to her. Probably it was just me. Didn't take it personally, but I was just like, I already have another job. I'm enjoying that job. I don't need to take time out and work with people, have my colleagues, not, you know, we're not just the best friends, you know? So yeah, my job at Lidl was really good though. My colleagues were great to me. So yeah, and with that fruit juice bar, that's what it's called, juice bar job, we had like a burrito night. I think it was like for some New Year's thing or some Christmas thing, where we're all going down to Zambrero. That was a burrito place. The company rented out like the whole Zambrero, and we could like get our own burritos. That was interesting. I remember I was so like uptight. I was wearing this like really long black coat because this was the time where I thought I had to like really mature and stuff like that. And it was a wool coat. I don't know if it was real wool. Probably wasn't, from a charity shop. But it was like that thick material, that felty like material. And then underneath I was wearing some like dress that was really uncomfortable as well, and I was wearing heels, and the whole night like I didn't used to dance how I used to dance. Like I wasn't able to let loose like I let loose now. Back then I was so stiff and I was just like shy and scared. Okay, I was just like standing there like yeah not anymore. Like now I'm like, come on, let's dance but yeah, so that was an interesting night. I remember they were smoking outside. Akshay, that guy, this is how it all started. Akshay, he was smoking outside, and I didn't want to smoke outside, like, or be around those people. So I was inside, and I just sat there, and like, yeah, I remember I met this girl. I think her Instagram name is like Aylin something, but she was a rollerblader. I didn't know that. I looked at her and I would have never thought she was a rollerblader. But then she told me, she's like, what? You like professionally rollerblade as well? She's not from Ireland, like she's from another place. I think she was speaking Portuguese or something. And yeah, she was a rollerblader, and she was so nice. She like messaged me after I sent in the text to Akshay saying that, you know, something really uncomfortable happened at work, I can't come back. She messaged me and she was like, what happened? Like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm okay, girl. So learn from me, don't do that. If there's like an issue, don't burn bridges, because I was like, yeah, I don't want to talk to you again, like it's fine, like I just cut conversation there. Like, don't do that, okay? If there's like an issue, okay, how would I do that now? How would I react in that scenario if I were in a job and I wasn't vibing with someone? What would I do? I would continue to be kind to the person and like ask them like, what's up, maybe, like why do you have these feelings towards me, and then see how it goes from there. But how I would do now, I would still leave the place probably. Yeah, life is too short to be around coworkers that are just mean to you. So I think I would still leave the place. Or yeah, I won't take it personally, but I would leave if it doesn't get better. And wish her the best, still be nice to her. And yeah, just how I ended it, I won't end it like that. I would be like, oh, I found another job opportunity, or right now I'm being too busy, like let's stay in contact or something, or like nothing bad to the juice company, nothing bad for anyone else, you know? Actually, I don't know. I feel like maybe saying I had an awkward situation with a customer or something was an okay response, but I just didn't have to like cut communication with them that much. What do you guys think? We need more light, baby. Yeah, it's getting dark. It's getting dark. Yeah. Okay, guys, I'm gonna end the live here. We're gonna go ride to find hot pot some dinner because it's 8:39 and it's better to eat earlier in the day, to be honest. I can stand here talking all day, telling my stories. But yeah, guys, give this video a like if you've enjoyed. Subscribe so you hear more stories from me. And stay tuned for Chongqing adventures because your girl is... I'm excited. So I need to show you guys. It's definitely different from Guangzhou, my little village. What time is it there? 8:40. Anyways, guys and girls, obviously, subscribe. And yeah, I'm Michelle from China. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves and don't take anything personally. Okay, rejection is redirection. And don't go into drugs and alcohol just because someone rejected you. Does not make other people want to have you around more. It doesn't make them unreject you. Okay, you reject yourself by getting into drugs and alcohol. You hear that? You have rejected yourself. If you reject yourself, how do you expect other people, you know? Don't reject yourself. Don't get into drugs and alcohol. If you are in the drugs and alcohol, don't reject yourself any further. Don't have to continue. And yeah, there are better ways of coping, okay? For example, bettering yourself, okay? Drugs and alcohol do not better you, okay? Period. Okay, guys, oh, you guys are so cute. You guys are sending all your greetings and stuff. Okay, guys, I'll see you guys in the next live. Bye. Bye from Chongqing, China. And thanks for all the super chats, guys. I really appreciate it. Bye.